Welcome to the dawn of a new chapter in Africa's most populous nation, Nigeria. A country blessed with vast natural resources, a youthful population bursting with energy, and an entrepreneurial spirit that has fueled its growth for decades. But Nigeria's future isn't just about oil and gas anymore. It's about transformation, innovation, and strategic partnerships that can unlock its full potential. Today, we're diving deep into Nigeria's monumental $24 billion partnership with China, the Belt and Road Initiative projects that are set to reshape Nigeria's economy and industrial landscape by 2026 and beyond. At the heart of this transformation is the Ogidigben Gas Revolution Industrial Park, or GRIP, a flagship project that symbolizes Nigeria's ambitions to harness its vast natural gas reserves for industrial growth, economic diversification, and regional influence. Located in Delta State, this sprawling industrial hub, covering a massive 2,700 hectares, is designed to turn Nigeria into a leading player in petrochemicals, fertilizers, methanol, aluminum, and more. It's a bold step towards building a resilient, self-sufficient industrial economy. But this isn't just about building factories, pipelines, or infrastructure. It's about positioning Nigeria strategically within China's global infrastructure vision, the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, a sweeping network of roads, ports, energy projects, and industrial corridors connecting Asia, Africa, Europe, and beyond. It's a plan that aims to boost trade, investment, and influence across continents. In 2025, Nigeria's BRI commitment soared to an unprecedented $24.6 billion, making it the largest recipient of Chinese infrastructure investment in Africa this year. To put that into perspective, Nigeria's BRI funding for 2025 surpasses the entire $1.8 billion it received in 2024. This rapid increase signals Nigeria's rising importance in China's long-term strategy for global economic influence and regional dominance. Now, you might be wondering, what makes Nigeria so special? Why is China investing so heavily here? Well, Nigeria's natural gas reserves, over 18 trillion cubic feet, are among the largest in Africa, and its strategic location along West Africa's Atlantic coast makes it a vital gateway for regional trade, energy exports, and economic influence. But the road to this milestone wasn't without challenges. The early days of the Ogadigben project were marred by security challenges, community tensions, and militant threats. These issues serve as a stark reminder of Nigeria's complex social landscape, especially in the Niger Delta, where resource conflicts, environmental degradation, and local grievances have simmered for decades. Back in 2018, violence erupted as local communities, particularly the Ijaw and Itsekiri, clashed over control of resources and economic benefits. Armed militias, frustrated with decades of marginalization and environmental damage, demanded ransom, imposed blockades, and threatened to derail the project entirely. At one point, militant groups reportedly demanded a ransom of $30 million to allow work to proceed. Fears of violence and instability scared off foreign investors, including some Saudi-backed firms interested in the project. As a result, the project was effectively halted, becoming a cautionary tale of how insecurity can threaten Nigeria's energy ambitions and economic future. But resilience and strategic diplomacy prevailed. In late 2022, the Nigerian government stepped up. They formed a steering committee and a technical working group, tasked with resolving community disputes, improving security, and reassuring investors. Through dialogue, community engagement, and targeted investments, Nigeria managed to turn the tide. The project was revived, and confidence returned. Today, Ogidigben stands as a testament to Nigeria's determination to overcome adversity and realize its industrial future. And now, with the $24.6 billion deal sealed, the project is accelerating rapidly. Once completed, Ogidigben will be a hub of industrial activity, creating an estimated 250,000 jobs, both directly and indirectly, transforming the local economy in Delta State and beyond. Powering this industrial revolution is Nigeria's natural gas, the abundant resource that has long been flared or wasted. Ogadigben aims to harness this gas, converting it into high-value products like fertilizers, methanol, and petrochemicals, reducing gas flaring, environmental degradation, and energy waste. Connected to the Escravos-Lagos pipeline system, the project guarantees a continuous supply of gas to support Nigeria's industrial ambitions. This infrastructure will not only boost domestic manufacturing, but also position Nigeria as a major exporter of energy commodities to regional and global markets. What makes Ogadigben truly strategic is its location, near Chevron's operations and other oil and gas facilities in the Niger Delta. Access to over 18 trillion cubic feet of gas means Nigeria can become a regional energy hub, supplying West Africa and beyond, strengthening its geopolitical influence. This deal highlights a broader trend in Beijing's Belt and Road strategy, focusing on fewer high-impact projects tied to energy and industrial infrastructure. Nigeria's GRIP alone accounts for roughly $20 billion of China's 2025 African construction activity, making Nigeria the continent's biggest BRI project site. This shift by China reflects its desire to secure stable energy supplies, long-term industrial partnerships, and regional influence. And Nigeria, with its vast natural gas reserves and large domestic market, offers an ideal platform for this strategy. But let's be honest, the journey hasn't been easy. The early development of GRIP was plagued by serious security issues, armed groups, community rivalries, and environmental conflicts threatening to derail the project altogether. Long-standing tensions between communities, especially the Ija and Itsekiri, flared up again in 2018, leading to violence, disruptions, and delays. Militants, driven by grievances over environmental damage, economic marginalization, and resource control, posed a persistent threat to project stability. At a critical juncture, some militants even demanded ransom, and fears of violence led many investors to withdraw. The project was at risk of collapsing, and Nigeria's broader energy ambitions faced setbacks. But Nigeria's leaders refused to give up. Through dialogue, socio-economic programs, and security reforms, they managed to bring stability to the region. The project was revived, demonstrating that even in the face of adversity, strategic diplomacy and community participation can turn the tide. So, why does this project matter so much for Nigeria and China? For Nigeria, GRIP is a pillar of its long-term vision to diversify away from oil, reduce gas flaring, and build a resilient manufacturing sector rooted in its natural resources. Turning natural gas into fertilizers, chemicals, and refined fuels will boost exports, create jobs, and reduce Nigeria's environmental footprint. It's a bold move towards sustainable industrialization and economic independence, transforming Nigeria from an oil-dependent economy to a gas-driven industrial powerhouse. For China, Nigeria represents a vital gateway to West Africa, an emerging regional economic powerhouse that offers strategic advantages in securing energy supplies, expanding market reach, and strengthening regional influence. By investing heavily in Nigeria's infrastructure and industrial sectors, Beijing aims to establish a foothold that can facilitate broader access to the West African market, which boasts a combined population of over 350 million people and growing consumer demand. This partnership aligns closely with China's broader global strategy under the Belt and Road Initiative, shifting focus from traditional aid and public works to high-impact, revenue-generating infrastructure projects that promise long-term economic returns. However, the scale and scope of Chinese involvement in Nigeria's development raise significant questions. Concerns about debt sustainability loom large, as Nigeria must balance borrowing with the need for economic stability. Transparency in project financing and implementation is crucial, ensuring that investments deliver measurable benefits rather than creating long-term liabilities. Additionally, Nigeria needs to prioritize local content, ensuring that Chinese firms hire local workers, transfer technology, and build capacity within Nigeria's workforce. Environmental sustainability must also be addressed, particularly in resource-rich regions like the Niger Delta, where environmental degradation has long been an issue. If Nigeria can effectively manage these challenges, Ogidigben and other Belt and Road projects could set a new precedent for sustainable development across Africa. They have the potential to transform Nigeria into a regional industrial hub, fostering economic diversification, industrialization, and job creation, while serving as a model for balancing foreign investment with local interests. The coming years are critical. Will Nigeria capitalize on this historic opportunity? Can China's investments catalyze enduring economic growth, social stability, and technological advancement? The answers hinge on strategic planning, inclusive growth policies, transparent governance, and unwavering commitment from both nations. It's a pivotal moment. Nigeria stands on the brink of an industrial revolution powered by natural gas, driven by global partnerships, and destined for a brighter, more prosperous future.